Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today we are listening to the band Yes. This is the official music video for the song Wondrous Stories. Here we go. I knew I needed to stop sooner than later because I would just watch the whole thing. And there's stuff to talk about. So we're going back. I gotta do my usual quick search. I knew in advance they are a prog rock band. And I also knew that Jon Anderson is the vocalist, but I was curious who is playing the keys on this one, and I believe it is Rick Wakeman. So now that I have all of that information stored, we're going back to talk vocals and maybe a little music. Here we go. I woke this morning, love laid me down by the river. I love the timing and the phrasing of this opening line. It sounds like a run-on even though it's not. I woke this morning, love laid me down by the river. Drifting, I turned on upstream, bound for my forgiver. In the giving of my eyes to see a face. What I find interesting about his vocals at the onset here is when he has lighter adduction and incorporates some airiness, there is this really unique texture. It's almost like a fogginess or a muffled quality, maybe even a little scratchy. I can't quite put my finger on it, but it's different than just the typical airy sound we get from a lot of singers. And it's so unique. And then when he, zips up the chords and we get that beautiful press, it's so full, it's so present. It's like a laser beam. I love it. It's just back to back, the two in contrast with each other. I think it's just so cool. I woke this morning, love laid me down by the river. Drifting, I turned on upstream, bound for my forgiver. In the giving of my eyes to see a face. Sound it silence me, leaving no trace. I beg to leave to hear your
I've only seen a couple of videos of Yes. Even here, watching him open his mouth, it just feels, it's like so mechanical in the best way possible. A lot of us will sort of pull the jaw forward, move side to side. Sometimes we hyperextend, sometimes we barely open the mouth. And it just feels like anytime he opens his mouth, it's like this perfect box shape, and he doesn't have to go beyond that. And he also rarely, unless the vowel or the consonant forces it, he doesn't keep his mouth super closed either. It's just like this beautiful neutral space, which is awesome because that really does help with like jaw positioning. It, again, if I compare it to like falling asleep on an airplane and your jaw just kind of naturally relaxes with gravity versus going to the dentist and they say open wide. We're gonna have to pull the jaw forward a little bit first in order to extend and open that wide. So it's just, I love watching him sing. We'll leave it at that.
No time at all. He took me to the gate. In haste, I quickly checked the time. If I was late, I had to leave to hear your wondrous stories.
Again, the timing of this, I love how they wrote this piece. If I was late, I had like just the way he connected those two lines.
Check the time. If I was late, I had to leave to hear your wondrous stories. I had to hear your wondrous stories. La la
I had some flashbacks to my piano proficiency exams in college watching him play. I mean, it was like scales back and forth, back and forth. Um, I don't know if any of you are like this. I love watching pianists play. And I just love, like, there are certain techniques, yes, that I think most pianists are taught, or even, I wouldn't consider myself a pianist, but in my training, I was taught certain techniques. But for piano, I should say. But I like seeing just, I don't know, it's kind of like the human voice in a way when you think about the way we all have some little habits that shape our voices, that shape the way we produce sound. And it's the same with piano players, any instrumentalists. But you can sometimes see like a flat extension. Sometimes you see like the pinky curl. Sometimes you see like a curve. And it's just, I love watching all of those differences whenever I get the chance. So I'm going to back it up just so you guys can watch him play piano.
hearing your wondrous stories. Hearing your wondrous stories. It is no lie, it is deeply enjoyed.
I love the harmonies. I know I didn't comment on that previously, but their voices blend so beautifully. And that's a special thing. Sometimes there's so many ways of forming bands, and each each group, each individual prioritizes certain characteristics when looking for a band member. Sometimes it's more personality, sometimes it's a specific instrument that they need, sometimes it's, specific voicing. And so I'll have to do a little research. I love hearing how groups come together, because when you have two voices that just blend so well, I wonder, was it like that at the onset of their formation, or did they find ways of blending with one another as they played with each other over the years? Or I don't know how long the band was together at this particular point in their career, but I just think it's fascinating to hear certain bands with vocalists that just, their voices jive so well. I also briefly want to comment on like the instrumentation here. This acoustic, I would say this is acoustic, even though we get this like incredible synthetic piano sound as well. It's just an excellent combination. We'll leave it at that.
It is no lie, it is deeply imagine everywhere you're close and where you dare to stand so cautiously at first and then so high.
His phrasing is so excellent. He takes a little like hiccup breath here before the final ascent of this line, but it's so minuscule. It's nearly undetectable. After first.
As he spoke, my spirit climbed into the sky. I've been to return to hear your wondrous stories. Return to hear your wondrous stories. Return to hear your wondrous stories. La, la, la,
I'm going to rewind it just a little bit to hear that gorgeous mix of his. That was the first thing that floored me the first time I heard Jon Anderson. His range is impeccable. And I say impeccable because it's not just the magnitude of his range, it's the way he maneuvers through it. And there is this lighter approach that he has that is so refined and just so secure. Like, anytime I've heard him sing, I know it's been very few times, but anytime I've heard him sing, it's just, I never have a fear or a doubt in my mind that the notes are just going to come out exactly the way he wants and where he wants.
return to hear your wondrous stories. La, la, la,
For the guitar experts watching, please feel free to elaborate in the comments on all of that. As always, I can see and hear and be amazed, but I think those who play the instrument and have far more experience can shed some light on why that was so great. I don't have much else to say. This was the first time for me with this particular song, and I really liked it. I really loved the overall vibe. There was just this really it was, I can't even say simplicity. It was beautiful, and I want to say simplicity, but there was so much complexity as well in the music and what he was doing vocally. So they played it off as simple, which I think fit the text really beautifully, but it was not. And I also appreciate that. So that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation and for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.